In today's video, I am going to be showing you guys how to contour your beak, aka your nose. We are going to go from this, take a good look, to this. Hey guys, it's Nelly. What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome to my channel. Please consider subscribing before you leave. For today's video, I am going to be showing you guys my updated nose contour routine, and if I'm being quite honest, this is actually not the updated version because I actually have never filmed a nose contour routine, which is crazy to me. I was looking through my videos, kind of trying to see what I could improve from my channel, what I wanted to film next, which by the way, I have tons of videos. I'll leave some of my favorites down below in the description for you to check out if you are more interested in seeing more of my work. But I was looking through my videos and I realized that I have never done a nose contour routine. And some of you guys have actually noticed that I've been contouring my nose a little bit more recently, and you guys requested this video. So for today, I am going to be sitting down and showing you guys all of my secrets and all of my tips to contour my nose. Now I say my nose because this is what works for me. Make sure that when you sit down to recreate this look that you adjust it to your nose. And I'm going to be giving you guys tips throughout the video for different nose shapes. I love the routine that I currently have because I find it to be super beginner friendly, really easy to do, and in my opinion it's the one that looks the most natural. If you're watching this and you have never heard of nose contouring or what nose contouring is, you might be asking yourself, why nose contour? Personally, I like to contour my nose because I feel like it just gives more definition to the face and it kind of just ties everything together. I don't know about you guys, but my nose is the first thing that I notice when I look at myself in the mirror. It is in the center of our faces. And a lot of people, believe it or not, when they look at you, they look at your nose because they need a point of reference to kind of stare at you. And that's what's in the middle of our faces, our noses. So when a lot of people, when they look at you, they're actually kind of looking right here in between so they can see both of your eyes. I don't know. I feel like that's where I look. So I feel like everybody looks there. I don't know. But it's in the center of your face. And many times you see a lot of influencers and bloggers who take pictures of beautiful makeup, and then I see all of the comments and they're like, where is your nose? It's happened to me many times where people would be like, it looks like you have no nose. Because the nose, since it is in the center of your face and you do go in with concealer under your eyes, if you don't really add definition to it, it's going to kind of blend in with everything and it's going to look like you have no nose. So even if you just add a little bit of shadow to your nose, it's just going to make a huge difference in the way your overall makeup looks and photographs. I hope that made sense. The first thing that you're going to need is obviously your contour color. It could be a darker foundation, it could be a darker concealer, it can be a contour stick. Personally, I like these two. I have the KKW contour stick in dark, and I also have the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in warm almond. Now, I just did a current favorites video where I talked all about this product. I love this product. This is one of the best contour sticks that I have found. Because it is a foundation, it just blends in so much more seamless and it's not as tacky or as thick as a contour stick. But for the nose, since we want that to stay on for a long time, sometimes a contour stick will be a little bit better than a foundation stick. So for today, I'm going to be using a contour stick. It's also a lot easier to use and to apply. You're not going to need any extra brushes because since it is a stick, it's already going to be in that shape. Mine is almost out. Where you draw the lines in your nose is totally going to depend on your nose shape. I used to draw lines on the sides of my nose, and what that was doing, it was making my nose wider. Now, I don't really have a huge nose, but my nose tends to kind of be really narrow here, and then it kind of tends to get a little bit more round right here. My tip is kind of like pointy when I look on to the side, and I kind of want to round that out just a little bit to make it look more like a dolly, baby doll kind of look. So if you have a thinner nose and you maybe want to make it look a little bit wider, then you will definitely draw in the lines on the sides of your nose. But since I don't want my nose to look wider, I actually want my nose to look slimmer, I am going to actually be drawing my lines on the bridge of the actual nose. I am not going on the sides of my nose I am going on the top of my nose. So let me draw in the first line to show you guys what that looks like. So I am dragging mine all the way down because again, I want to make my tip look less skinny and more lifted. So as you can see, this right here is the side of my nose. I am not drawing my line on the side of my nose. I am drawing my line on top of the bridge of the nose. Now, the closer together you bring your lines in, the skinnier your nose is going to look. Now, I don't want my nose to look like I can't breathe. So I am going to not draw them too close together. I'm gonna kind of leave a little bit of space there, and that's gonna look a lot more natural too. But the closer you draw them in, the skinnier your nose is going to look. I'm also gonna take this product and I'm going to draw in a line to the brow. And this is again just going to make things look a little bit more natural. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we do go in and blend everything out. I already have kind of like the shape that we want our nose to look. So now I'm gonna work on the tip of the nose. Like I said, I want my tip right here to just look a little bit like this. See how I'm like going up a little bit? I don't want it to be so pointy. So I'm going to literally draw in right here. And then I'm going to do a little line right at the tip. It's gonna look a little funky, but I promise you it comes together. So that is the overall shape that I like for my nose. Now for you guys, you want to apply the contour shade on any areas that you want to hide. So if you have bigger nostrils, you might want to contour your nostrils a little bit. If you have little cartilage, like right here, I tend to have a little bit, so sometimes I will go ahead and contour that as well. You can contour that. So you want to apply your contour shade on any areas that you want to make look smaller or just completely disappear altogether. So next is I am going to be taking the Il Makiage Dual Fiber Blending Brush. I love this brush to contour my nose, and I'm just going to begin to kind of diffuse that line, that harsh line that we created just a little bit. So I am lightly, very, very lightly doing tapping motions, and I'm going to loosen up that line a little bit and not make it that line so blunt. So I am just going to lightly blend it in by tapping it in. When I get up here, I'm just gonna, again, lightly blend this into my eyeshadow. You gotta be careful when you're blending also, because if you over blend, then it defeats the purpose of the contour because you're just gonna blend it into your skin and wipe it off. Leave a little bit there, so I'm gonna leave it kind of rough, and then you'll see how we soften it up. Now, this is not gonna be a pretty look, like you're gonna look busted. This is not gonna be pretty for a while, but I promise you it comes together. So have patience, and if you think you're messing up, don't give up. Keep going, because I promise you it comes together. Once I have it halfway blended, I'm gonna go in with a concealer, and the concealer that I'm gonna be using today is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I use the shade Light 16, and I'm gonna take the concealer and I'm actually gonna take it with a brush. The brush that I like to do this with is the Ofra Professional Makeup Brush in number 10. And I'm gonna take that concealer and I'm going to put this on the center of the nose and on the tip of the nose. So wherever we want to bring back some lightness in there. So I'm gonna put a little bit on the tip and down the bridge of the nose. Now for this particular step, you want to be nice and smooth and careful and move slowly, because you don't want your nose to look crooked. We've worked so hard for it to look crooked. So you want that line that's going down the middle of your nose to be as straight as possible. And that's why I like to use this Ofra brush, because it is the perfect size to create that kind of line down the center. Also take some of that concealer and I'm gonna work this on the sides of the nose. So I'm just gonna take it and I'm going to draw it on the sides and bring it down. So I always see a ton of people who go in straight away and blend this out. Do not do that. Let this sit for like a minute or two. Let it get almost dried and then go in and blend out your nose. So what I like to do while I wait for this to dry is I go in and I conceal my under eyes. Okay, so now that I have pretty much highlighted the rest of my face and cream contoured the rest of my face, the last thing that I'm gonna do is blend out my nose contour. So what you want to do next is take a beauty sponge. You wanna make sure that the beauty sponge is nice and small and kind of has like a pointed end to it. This one is from e.l.f. super affordable, and it is amazing. Start blending out the concealer that we laid down in the center going down. And I'm going to do this by doing very light tapping motion. So tap, tap, tap. Okay, and now I'm going to blend out the concealer that's on the sides of the nose. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go back in with the contour brush that we use to contour our nose and just further blend those lines into the concealer to make sure that everything is nice and seamless. So very lightly blend in that together. Okay, so this is what we have so far. This is the base. As you can see, we're already starting to get a little bit of structure. We have the bone really nice and contoured, but the tip of the nose still needs a little bit of work. So I'm going to show you guys how I personally like to do that. That looks the most natural. So I went ahead and I set my face with some translucent powder, and that way we can go ahead and move on to powder contouring. To powder contour, my favorite contouring kit is the Alamad Complexion Trio in Light. Undertones of the contour shades are perfect to contour your nose. They're not super warm, they're not super cool, they're the perfect in between for your nose. So I am going to go into this middle shade, which is called Pale Wear, and I'm also using an Alamad brush to do this. I love this brush to contour my nose, and I am pretty much just going to apply this contour shade in the same areas where I applied my cream contour. Keep in mind that the closer you make those lines, thinner your nose is going to look. So you don't want to make it too close together. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the tip of the nose. And for the tip of the nose, I'm just going to draw in a little ball. I'm moving my brush in a circular motion on the tip. That way I create a nice little ball baby doll effect. We are going to bake our nose because right now it's looking a little harsh. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bake. And to bake, I am using my Dermablend powder. So I'm going to take my beauty sponge once again. And I'm going to apply this on the sides of the nose. And I'm going to go in with a brush. I'm using the Vintage Cosmetics brush, this one right over here. And I'm going to take a little bit of that translucent powder and I'm going to put some on the tip of the nose and down the bridge of the nose. So this next step is crucial, okay? Crucial in order to get that nice nose. I'm gonna go back in with the brush and I'm going to go on the sides of that highlight powder, the baking powder, and I'm gonna thin it out so that it is nice and thin, okay? And we are going to leave that there for a while. While that bakes, I am going to go ahead and finish the under eyes, and then I will be right back to show you guys how we pull it all together. Okay, so I went ahead and I did my under eyes and I applied some mascara to my lashes. So now we're ready to go ahead and start to blend out the powder that's in our nose and under our eyes. So to do so, I am taking a Wet n Wild brush. This one is just a fluffy brush, and I am just going to begin to blend out the powder, again leaving the nose one for the very last. I want that to stay there for as long as possible. Alrighty, so this is what your nose should be looking like so far. It's nice and contoured, it's defined, but it's still natural. It does not look like you got a new nose. It just looks natural, which is what I personally like. If you like your nose contour to be really nice and prominent, you will blend less, you would add a darker shade, you would build up more powder, but I'm okay with this so far. Alrighty, so blush, lipstick, everything is on. The only thing left to do is you want to take a highlight shade. I'm just using one from the Cover FX palette. Just any highlight shade would work. And I am going to put this highlight on the tip of the nose, right there, and down the bridge of the nose. And bringing it up just a little bit. Our nose is snatched. I always go back in with the brush that I use to apply my powder contour, and I just kind of, you know, blend out the edges a little bit. I don't want it to be too crazy. Again, I like a more natural contour. Okay, so this is it. This is the completed look. This is everything. I hope you found some tips and tricks to kind of help you in your nose contouring journey, because it is a journey. I am constantly experimenting with my nose contour. I am constantly changing things up, but I feel like I am in a place with my nose contour that I am happy, and I just love the way that it looks. And it looks pretty natural. That is going to complete today's video. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Leave me a comment down below telling me what videos you want to see, what you thought of this video, or any other comments that you want to talk to me about. I'm going to be online for the first hour of this video, just answering your comments, talking to you guys. So if you have any comments or questions, please let me know down in the comments below, because I am going to be answering most of your comments. Don't forget that I upload every Monday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So come back to say hello and see what's up with my channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye!